but I basically asked her what she thought about the possibility of telling her story. And obviously that's a really vulnerable idea, and I figured she would say, you know, no way, get lost. Instead, she surprised me and she said some things I'll never forget. She said she loved the possibility that maybe there could be a purpose for her pain, that maybe other people could relate to the things that she had been through, and maybe other people would find hope in her story. And so she went into rehab on the 5th day, and I sat down and wrote this story, and it wasn't very long. It was a couple pages long, and I kept going back to this title that was way too long to be a title. It looked more like the name of a Panic at the Disco song. And the title was To Write Love in Arms, which is a funny phrase, but essentially it was gold. It was basically believing something better for this girl's life. And then we realized that treatment was going to cost money. It was going to cost a lot of money, and we didn't know where that was going to come from. And so we printed these T-shirts just to try to sell some in our community back in Central Florida. And yeah, I would really ask, and I think there's other people that I represent. It would be amazing if you guys could be quiet for just a couple minutes, and appreciate that. Thank you. Be really cool. So we printed these T-shirts just to try to meet a need, and then we felt like we wanted the thing to have a home. We wanted the story to have a home. We wanted people to have access to the shirt, and so we made a MySpace page just to give it a home. And the T-shirts started to end up in some funny places, and we have some friends that play in bands, and they spend their nights on stages like this one. And they were nice enough to wear the shirts and get excited about what we were trying to do. And so people started to find out about this thing. And basically the most important thing was that we started to hear from people who said that Renee's story was their story. And we heard from people who said that they had lost loved ones to suicide. And we heard from people who said that they had considered suicide. We heard from people who talked about this extended season of sadness, that they had dealt with difficult things for a long time. We heard from a lot of people who said they were talking about these things for the very first time. Other people wrote in on behalf of people that they cared about and said, you know, I love this person and I don't know how to help. You know, people asked about treatment, where they would go, what it would cost, what that would look like. And so I think we realized pretty quickly that we had stumbled on a conversation that felt really important. And over the last couple of years, we realized that these are not American issues, that these are not white issues, these are not emo issues, that these are issues of humanity, that these are issues that affect people all over the world, rich and poor, young and old, black and white, it doesn't matter. But maybe everyone could relate to pain, and everyone could relate to questions and difficult seasons of life. And we learned that last year it's estimated that a million lives were lost to suicide, that 20 times more than attempted suicide. That untreated depression is the leading cause of suicide. And it's estimated that for every 2 out of 3 people that deal with depression, they walk through it alone, they walk through it quietly, and they don't get help. We've learned that obviously that's a lot to say, that's difficult stuff. And yet we've learned in the face of that there's a lot of hope that exists. That these things are very treatable. The depression is very treatable. Hey, you guys, all right, 60 seconds. Hey, the band wants. Hey, you don't have to deal with me, but I think there's some people that want you to be quiet, including the band.
We love you, David!
Just for a second. We feel like this is a conversation. You guys are cool. We feel like this is a conversation that is not depressing, but we feel like this is a conversation that's really hopeful and really exciting. And we've seen some amazing things happen in the States. And last year we supported treatment financially in the U.S., in Canada, and Australia. And I'm excited to say in 2008 we'll be supporting treatment in the United Kingdom. We believe in a funny word, which is community. We think what it is the idea that as people that we need other people, that we weren't meant to do life alone. That maybe you need the people that you rode here in the car with, or the person that you're standing next to now. But maybe you're not here by accident. It's been an absolute privilege on behalf of this tour, on behalf of all 3 bands, to say that everyone in this room has a story, and that we believe that every one of those stories is important. And that's from everyone that you're going to see, including the Rocket so much. And we're here, we have shirts for sale, we'd love to meet you, we'd love to talk more about what we're doing. We can talk to them. And